Hello everybody, welcome back to 2K21. We are doing the Caldwell's 45-point challenge. All you need to do is score 45 with a player, but, you know, gotta make it a little bit harder on ourselves. We're gonna do it with 2 players. Let's compare the lineup. Well, it says we are significantly better. We're just running against a heat check version of the 76ers. It's surprising that more players on that team aren't hot. So this is the lineup we're gonna be using. We're just gonna use Skiles because he is the player from the set. We're also going to use Son Whiteside because he is the player from the set. We're just going to run some dynamic duos off the bench. We're just going to run an actual power forward since he's not his dynamic duo anymore. We'll use Ilyasova from a previous throwback challenge. And then we'll use Jamal and DeMarcus Cousins because I want to score, more or less, I just want to score as many points as possible with J.R. Smith. And I just want to see if we can get Caldwell to get the points, which I really think we can. He'll play literally half the game. So, let's jump right in. Spin our bronze player. I think at the start of this one, I'll just show you how I would attack this defense. Even with Ben Simmons being who he is, I'm not really worried about him. I might just put Caldwell or... Nah, I'm going to run my small forward on Ben Simmons just because of size and strength alone. I'm not going to do very much to him. So Isaac is going to be guarding Ben Simmons. Their small forward is Danny Green, I'm pretty sure. And our point guard could guard him, no problem. He's not a very strong guard or oversized. I'm not calling him weak. I'm just saying he's not Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons is a very strong, tall point guard.
And so off the tip, it's New York.
So,
look at the 76ers starting.
Oh, this is going to be hard because really all he can do is drive and shoot mids.
Is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's
unless we get him hot.
in a
So,
small forward position.
I need to get the ball out of Ben Simmons' hands. Guard up right at half court. You see guard at half court, he just gets rid of the ball.
And you've got 2 points. And it's the 76ers with the ball.
Oh, he sent it. Shouldn't that Harris card be hot right now or on fire? Because he just got a moments card. I think today or yesterday if you're watching this, when you're watching this.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night.
I know it's Friday, but tomorrow I will be showing.
Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
I should need at least 11 or 12 a quarter.
That is not possible.
That shouldn't be too hard, but it's not seeming too easy. Remember, if you want the ball out of Simmons' hands, clamp up at half court. They will pass normally to whoever's at top.
Passes it to Green.
So, ooh, that's not good. I don't know why I keep trying to off ball. I think it's just because I'm worried that they're going to pass it to Ben Simmons and he's going to post up from the 3.
Three-pointer.
That is very annoying. He had the whole time he just stood at the top. It's a bug that they've never patched, which is extremely annoying to have to deal with.
Here's Caldwell, and he gets the
they running Ben Simmons as small forward?
A chance at the line for one more.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the
they
help
are
defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now
I'm
Curry.
so confused.
And Embiid kicks to Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons is now at small forward, but my point guard is still guarding him.
Curry. Here's Embiid, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wait, how do I
Greg,
set
we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but
one?
you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite.
Dang, easy. He's quick. He's really quick, too. I think he's got like a 93, 95 speed. It's pretty high. I'm not going to pretend. I got him for like 50K, which is terrible.
It's a 5-point
because
game.
I got, who did I get? Is it Bradley Beal, I'm thinking it is? The pink diamond card. I got him for like 30.
And check out Embiid's athleticism.
So me paying that much, and then
he's big,
the diamond, I can't think of who it is. Whoever the diamond center is for the next challenges, I got him for 100K.
Right now to
I'm gonna have to make me some money.
to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is
My one
definitely an emphasis jam.
big thing to make money
Apostrophe or
is
exclamation point, maybe even a
flipping,
question mark.
sniping, whatever you gotta do.
Really does make the
So we're gonna bring in our bench, and
lead them to the rim that
I think
with the pass.
that's actually good.
Embiid with the block.
I'll be back after the highlights. I think the highlights are just going to be Caldwell's highlights, just so it's just him. This video is about him, not J.R. Smith. So I'll talk to you when, I mean, during the highlights and then at the last 2 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to review Caldwell. For me, I really like this card. His stealth animation is really good. He finishes really strong. It doesn't ever feel like he's going to go for something stupid instead of something easy. He never puts himself into a position where he's just going to get sent. Like, there was no point in this game where I felt, oh, if I'm driving, I don't feel like I'm going to make it. Because his animations every time are just good. I like it. Now, he's not just a driver. You can shoot with him. Not really threes, but you can shoot mid. Like, his mid's like a 94. Like, it's pretty nice. He even has a LeBron done, which is pretty impressive. Which I really like this card. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is just his position. He's a shooting guard, small forward. If he was a shooting guard, point guard, I'd run this card at point guard all the time. He has really good playmaking stats for being a shooting guard, small forward, which normally you don't have unless you're either that new Ben Simmons card or LeBron, who normally does not run point guard, but is able to run point guard. And this card is a lot cheaper than that pink diamond LeBron. I don't know if he's cheaper than the new diamond playmaker LeBron, well, the new diamond 2021 LeBron, but this card is very good. I think he's very fun. For his price, I got him for like 50K. You can get him for cheaper if you just wait till this weekend. I count that as him jumping over somebody. It might not count to you, but to me, that's going to count. I've only ever jumped over somebody like 1 or 2 times, and this is not one of them times. So I'm counting that. And this is just fun. So let's see if JR was able to. Alright, so we are back. As you see, we did get the 45 with the other player. And you already know that review. Had to give that review. So, we only need a 3 with J.R. Smith, and I'm not going to lie, in the first quarter, he scored very well. I think he had like 24 points or something. And I could just shoot stupid threes. I can't make any of these stupid threes anymore. They have to be wide open, and it has to be a good release, because I had one that was just a bad release. And it was kind of deep, too. But I'm pretty sure he's like Hall of Fame limitless, or range extender, whatever you want to call it. It's still the same batch.
Scott kicks to Ferguson.
Oh my lord. Instead of shooting an open shot, you decide, I'm going to pass it.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
So, I've been trying to just do the same move, that move. As you saw, we were able to do it twice. If it's so nice, you do it twice.
When you get ready for that home stretch.
I don't know.
Pass to Howard.
That JR card was making me mad this game. This whole team was making me mad. I'm trying to give him open shots so I get more chances at the hoop. And every time I do it, I'll leave the point guard open. He'll get down to the 3. He'll pass it to whoever's at the top. He'll run around their back, and then he still might not get the ball. And that person at the top of the hoop might stay there until there's 2 seconds left and they'll chuck a miss. We're still only going to score with 2 people. I don't want anybody else to have any points.
And yes, it's good.
So I'll show you what I mean on this one.
47 points.
So Maxi, I won't guard him. Wide open. Can go anywhere. You are not guarded. Why aren't you shooting? And then he chucks a bad pass because he wants to get it to a specific player. And I mean, obviously my passes are semi-bad too, but I'm going against the computer. They're not going against the computer. They're going against me. Plus, the computer was technically there because I wasn't on that person yet. But I don't know. It's very annoying because they won't just go like, oh, I'm open. Let me pass it to my Dwight Howard card, who's a center at the top of the 3.
From about 19 feet. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off
they love
the
wasting
right iron
time.
and down.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention.
So,
Howard
if you're
just
having
keeps his
issues
head
with
up
this
and
game,
finds the open man.
I don't know how I would help you with this one, just because to me,
Smith with it.
this one was really easy. I didn't really have any issues other than with J.R. Smith in the second quarter. In the third, he wasn't scoring very well. In the third, I got him back on track.
They swipe
But
it. So no problem for New York.
that other
as they
card
get
is
the
super easy to do the stuff with. He's getting all the dunks he ever wanted. J.R. Smith, I gotta show you his stuff. And what's the day? Jumped over that dude. He jumped over him. I know it technically doesn't count because it wasn't direct. They both had 49. J.R. Smith, he's missing a lot. He ended up going 11 for 18. If you look in the first quarter, he did really good. Second, really bad. Third, he didn't really make anything at all. And fourth, that was terrible. His J.R. Smith card didn't look good. Did not look good. And Caldwell ended up getting the steal. So that game, you really don't have to run anything nice. You could run a way worse team than mine. I just recommend running one card that you really like using and is very fun to you. It is 5-minute quarters, so you do have to sub. But it's not that bad. So when you look at their lineup, it's really not that good. Even their bench isn't very good. Ben Simmons doesn't play the point guard the whole game. They literally move him right after it starts. They move Curry and Danny Green down. So you're not having to guard him at that position. So you don't even need a really good point guard to guard him. You don't really need a good point guard at all unless you want to use a really good point guard. Now, I really like this Joe Caldwell card. I think he's great. It's very hard to compare a card to him because a lot of these cards don't feel the same. I was thinking he was going to be similar to Jerry Stackhouse because of his stats, but I like Joe way more than Jerry Stackhouse. He's very slow. He's not like Ben Gordon because Ben Gordon can do everything that Joe can and shoot. I was thinking, oh, maybe Walter Davis will be similar to him. No, I like Joe a little bit more. I do like Walter Davis's jump shot a lot, though. He's one of my more favorite. I don't like Jason Richardson. He's not a defensive lockdown like MJ, so I wouldn't compare. His dribbling is also a lot better. You could compare him to Allen Iverson. You could. Except for, if this Joe Caldwell was a shooting guard point guard instead of a shooting guard small forward, it would be a little bit different. Because then you can still compare him to players like Danny Green, Jimmy Butler, Cam Reddish, this Michael Finley. Like, this card is really good. If you don't have him, go get him. To me, he is pretty fun. And I would say you shouldn't spend too much on him. I know on PC he is expensive. You're going to pay a lot for him. His cheapest buy nows were like $78K. And my bid went for $55. That was started at $30. So it's either you really got to watch the market to get him, or probably on consoles he's a lot cheaper. Don't spend more than $20K on him. He's a really good card, but because of the position that they put him at, he's not useful at the small forward, just because he's like 6'4" or something. He will be short. His defense is pretty good, so he might be able to hold it down. But that's the end of the video. Come back for the next one tomorrow when we do the Alonzo Mourning. Couldn't think of his name earlier, but it should be fun. Peace.